Today we have with us a true millennial leader, Miss Anahita Dhondy, who is a chef partner at SodaBottleOpenerWala. Ms. Dhondy has recently been featured in the Forbes 2019 30 Under 30 Asia list this year. She has won the CondeNast Travelers Excellence Award for Innovator of the Year in 2018. Also, she was awarded the Indian of the Year in the hospitality sector as Chef Manager SodaBottleOpenerWala in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, with a warm round of applause, please welcome Chef Anahita Dhondy.
Just for everyone, when you leave your home and you go to another country or another city, the first thing that you miss is your home cooked food. So I started cooking a lot of Parsi food in London. And then I came back, met Mr. A.D. Singh, who owns the Olive Group, and started working as a chef manager actually at the age of 22. And that was quite interesting because I had a lot of people working with me they had a lot of experience. But for me, it was never reaching a certain goal. For me, it was always just working really, really hard and being a good chef. And a lot of students do ask me that, how do you become a celebrity chef? It's not about being a celebrity chef. It's just about being a really, really good chef. And when you become a very good chef, you can get any kind of designation. So the journey has been from there to here, and lots more to do. If I had to kind of categorize it or, give you a breakdown of the day, it always starts, the first thing that we start is we get into the kitchen, we all have chai. That's the first thing that we do. And then your vegetable vendor comes in, and then you're looking at vegetables, you're selecting your vegetable, for the day, going through your list, going through your mise en place and prep lists. So you decide that this needs to be made, this is what needs to be done. So the work is allocated and divided. And particularly between 9 to 12, that is what happens. 12 o'clock, we're all set for lunch. So we're ready with all our ingredients and all our prep. And that's when the customers come in. So then it's just about dishing out, dish after dish, and making sure that it's done between 0 to 15 minutes, because you want to make sure the people who are in corporate sectors, they only get about half an hour for lunch.
That's right.
So they come out, we give them a quick lunch, and after that is the time that I sit and we eat a staff meal, which is particularly dal, chawal, and some kind of vegetable. And after that, I sit and do my emails. We have briefings, we have team briefings and menu plannings, and then again we get ready for dinner. So that is particularly a day in a life of a chef. But for me, so every time this question pops up, for me it's always been the same answer, right from when I started. A chef is a chef. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy. If you've got good skills and if you can work hard in my kitchen, I will hire you. And from one outlet, we rose to 9 outlets in 5 years.
Wow.
And that the entire reason was that we kept our vision the same. We made sure that we wanted to create a space where you get in there and you feel like you've entered an Irani cafe. But however, the inspiration has always been the same. The institution has always been a little bit different. So each soda bottle opener-wala in each city, which is Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore and Hyderabad, is a little bit different. It's got a little bit of the soul of the city that we're in. So I think what's important is to get a team, to make sure that the team is local, to make sure that you get a little bit of that city into the restaurant, and it will thrive because your vision is still the same, and you've got a little more soul.
Perfect.
What's happened is that a lot of our food has been lost in transit. A lot of ingredients, they had to use local ingredients over there. And that's why the term spicy curry or chicken tikka masala or, things like this, or a chai latte or a naan bread. I mean, what is a naan bread? It's naan or bread. What is a chai latte? It's chai, right? But the thing is, and I'm forgetting turmeric milk latte, which is haldi wala doodh. So all these things are actually made up by the West, and when they make these terms, And it comes back to India, we're quite shocked because we're like, this is what we've been drinking. My grandmother's been telling me to have haldi wala doodh. And now that Starbucks has it, we suddenly realize that it's very cool. So for me, it's not about the branding aspect. For me, it's our connect to Indian food. It's about delivering the right kind of Indian food.
Sure.
And today, the chefs and the young chefs in India and all over the world have been able to slowly change the perception of Indian food by by just showcasing their food. So when I was in London at the London Action Hub in 2019, I just made them dal chawal kaddu ki sabzi, which is lentils, rice, and a pumpkin dish. And they were blown away because they were like, we've not eaten Indian food like this. And it was the simplest of Indian foods. So what is currently happening all over the world now is that chefs from different communities and different regions are showcasing their own food. They're showcasing regional food, and that's why there's a rise in regional cuisine.
Yep.
So what comes from your home will be very different from my home. What comes from Bangalore will be very different from Hyderabad. So for me, there are two things that I work on. I want to make sure that Indian food is cool. We need to make sure it's accessible, healthy, nutritious, and delicious. If it's not delicious, nobody is going to eat it. And secondly, something that I work on very, very strongly is leftovers can be sexy, which is a hashtag, by the way. Just people must be assuming that what is that. But it's about not wasting any ingredients in your fridge. It's something that our grandmothers and mothers have been doing. You need to repurpose leftovers. You can make new dishes out of it. So there's a lot that is overall happening with Indian food, and I feel that the chef community in India and abroad, with the restaurants that are opening, Indian food is going to be probably, if not at par with French food, probably even way ahead. For me, 3 years back, I realized that I am right in the middle of the food system. I am in between the farmer and the consumer. If a farmer friend of mine, tells me he's got 100 kilos of corn, and how is he going to sell it? If I put that dish on my menu, I can order that corn. I can sell it to a customer, and the customer will also eat that corn and be like, okay, you know what? Corn is in season. Let me go and buy some corn. So you kind of create this entire circle which is sustainable because you're helping a farmer collecting the food, using it and delivering it to a customer. That's exactly the cycle that I use for millets. So just getting back to the SDGs. So the SDG2 Advocacy Hub has created a group called the Chefs Manifesto.
Correct,
And the Chefs Manifesto is basically a group of chefs from all over the world. We started with 11 chefs. Now we are close to 500 chefs.
Wow.
And every chef contributes to the 8 points that we have in the manifesto. And those 8 points align with the Sustainable Development Goals. So it could be increasing biodiversity, which currently we're only eating 4 major crops: rice, corn, wheat, and maize. So those are the only 4 crops that we're depending on. So increasing biodiversity means increasing the kind of ingredients that you're using. And in India, we are lucky. We have so many different spices. We have so many different ingredients that one plate is a rainbow of colors. It's amazing. And it's got a lot of nutrition as well. So in the Chef's Manifesto, I contribute by bringing in new ingredients, talking about Indian cuisine, obviously talking about zero waste. I'll just share my own experiences. Right from school and college, I was this person who would get into everything, from college activities to dance events to art events to if there's someone coming, like if in my college someone was coming to speak, then I would want to be involved in that. And so that kind of leadership is something that you kind of start cultivating from a very young age. You can start doing that in your homes by just making sure that you organize a really good party for your friend or for your parents or an anniversary dinner. It's just small little experiences throughout which can make you a better leader, which can make you the best of your ability. And I still don't feel that I am possibly, the best leader. But every single day I'm still learning. I am learning from those experiences that I had in school and colleges, about events or event management or just managing a team. And every failure will teach you something.
Gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Anahita Dondi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming over and chatting up with us.
Thank you for
We
this
would-
fabulous audience. I am just so impressed with seeing all of you and nobody's on their phones. So I'm really happy.
Ooh, round of applause for everybody here. Good job, fellas. We'd like you to accept a token of our appreciation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.